Alright, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. This time, still unfortunately had to tag out. His voice is a bit, you know, going a bit numb. But oh my god. We're getting more stuff now.
Yes, shout out to Steelmold for holding down the fort. You know, for starting the groups. He casted for so long today. We started off the night with ESL Cup, number 1 powered by Dare. And then we came into this. It was kind of my mistake. I was like, you guys can handle it, and it became a bit much. But I'm live VIP. You know, I'm here. I've tagged in to join my Australian brethren here in Quirky.
Yes. And we are starting off with the TvT against these two opponents on Nightshade for our first map, and spawning in the bottom right, the Red Terran representing Team Liquid. From the Netherlands, this is Fermi. For uThermal.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Nightshade LE, we have the Red Terran. As I quickly look up what team he's on.
Reason Gaming.
Representing Reason Gaming, it is the German Terran, InZaNe.
And also, shout-outs to Corvin for the 500 bits.
Yeah, shout out to Wardi for you know, for supporting us. I did see that he gifted a sub to oh god, I have to check. to Cat Bronchitis. Yeah, thank you so much, and thank you to everyone else who's gifting subs and sharing them as well. It's a little bit overwhelming. we're definitely not used to this, but thank you so much. And yeah, shout out to Wardi for giving us this opportunity really to like cast alongside him in a way.
So we are starting with TvT is going to be both players actually opening up with Fact before Command Center here.
Yeah, we do have a slight difference. We do have InZaNe going for double gas. uThermal still only on 1 gas though. So, you know, we do have a little bit of a difference, but whether or not that'll come into play, like, we'll see, right? Do you feel like one of them's probably a little bit safer? Like, I feel like you know a little bit more about TvT than I do.
Yeah.
Normally I rely on Yaku, but...
He's not here. He's asleep. Lucky bugger. But pretty much we're going to be looking to open up standard TvT, you know, Hellions, Reapers, get some pressure on here. But actually, oh no. Sorry, it was Command Center first from
yeah.
uThermal instead of I was looking at the wrong feed. I was looking at InZaNe's production.
All these Terrans, they look so much, they look alike.
This is hour 8 of casting for me, but uThermal does have that reactor on the factory, so it can get more Hellions out and about. But
yeah, we have InZaNe coming in with these 2 Reapers though.
Oh, gets into the main.
Yeah, he gets into the main. He denies the starport as well. 2 Hellions come out, but so much damage has already been done. And this is, you know, the opening that InZaNe gets, right, with this double gas.
Can he get more? Can he get 6? SCV's already going down for uThermal here. And the economic advantage going in favor of InZaNe right now.
Yeah, uThermal, he went for that faster CC, but doesn't matter if you lose 6 workers like that. Here, like we see, right, InZaNe, he's just finishing up his own CC, he's got that worker lead, but we do have uThermal on the way across the map with these 4 Hellions. And will InZaNe have enough? You know, he lost quite a couple of units, like, in that attack.
He did lose 2 Reapers and a Hellion. Yep. But InZaNe is following up with Cloak Banshees, so...
Ooh.
But uThermal will have the Raven and Cyclone out for defense. And oh no!
Oh god, the mules!
The mules, the SCBs!
Oh god!
Does only managing to lose 3 SCVs there. Not the worst for InZaNe. He did more damage to uThermal.
Yeah. It's kind of rough, right? Like InZaNe, he just didn't have anything to defend his natural. Being a little bit greedy, you know, throwing down those mules, and he just didn't have anything for the Hellions. It's cool that he's going for this Banshee, but again, uThermal, he already has a Raven. He's getting a second Raven as well. Like, he should be completely fine against this. It's going to be on InZaNe to like try and sneak his way in. Oh, this Reaper actually.
Yeah, managing to get 1 kill. A lot of these SCVs are already damaged.
Like 5 minutes in the game, somehow a Reaper gets into the main of uThermal. Like, what? Okay.
Hey, nobody's perfect.
I mean, props to InZaNe, right? He managed to get some damage done with that Reaper. And there's no detection here. Like, the Raven's not in position.
Yeah, but now it will be. And unfortunately, Thermal can't get that Raven. Only losing 5 SCVs to that.
Yeah, InZaNe, he just keeps finding more and more economic damage done, which is quite nice. But uThermal, he isn't that far behind when it comes to the worker count. Like, he is down by some, but what is happening?
I mean, it's just the Raven Cyclone dance. And uThermal is getting that quicker 3rd CC as well. InZaNe at the moment just getting his tech up. He's transitioning into that Marine tank bio play. It seems to be. He's already starting to get stim. He's starting to get more barracks down. He's getting his siege tanks up and ready. Right? So it looks like uThermal is just sticking to this 1-1-1 so far.
Yeah, and oh god, this Banshee's been waiting here in the corner for so long. Oh, but this Raven and Cyclone have just been, you know, doing their dance and getting ready for it. Oh, nice pullback though by InZaNe. Does save it without losing it like needlessly. But as you were saying, uThermal, even though he was down in workers, even though he took all that economic damage, he does have his 3rd CC on the way, a lot faster than InZane's, and he will have that advantage. Oh my god, he's pushing out. That's so many Ravens. That's so much energy with this army.
Yeah, and we saw this in the Dare Cup earlier. This is what you generally do. You don't get medivacs. You just push with 3 Ravens, whatever you have, and against these 2 tanks, there's enough interference matrix where all these tanks are pretty much going to be dead. Oh, and not dead, just disabled.
Right? And there's no Vikings, like there's no air control from InZaNe, so he can't stop the Ravens really, like, other than just his Marines trying to zone. But if he's caught out of position at any moment, those Ravens are just going to completely neutralize those tanks.
Oh, even stops the 3rd and gets a cancel.
Yeah, and that cancel's almost done as well. Like that's so much time lost.
Oh, all the Marines! All the Marines! I'm actually going to use auto turrets here. Get rid of 2 of the tanks.
See, and he doesn't lose any of his Ravens. You know, they're there to continue building up energy and just trying to get some damage done here, but doesn't quite find it. Like InZaNe, he's in a really rough position right now.
Down in economic lead, down in army supply. Until now, he just takes lead, but hasn't got the air superiority that he's looking for. Is trying to get that tank barrier ready and going, getting +1/1 for his Marines. And he's looking to push out right now, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to, right? Like, he's so far behind economically. His army is pretty similar in army supply to uThermal's. Even though he doesn't have the tech, he doesn't have the Ravens, like, he has the tanks and the Marine count. So he can try and get something done, but it's just going to be so hard just because of those Ravens.
He's pulling a Maru and hiding his tanks in the medivacs there.
Oh,
I like it.
Doom drop. I want it. I want the Doom drop.
It's a Doom drop. It's a Doom drop. It's a Doom drop.
Beautiful. It's going to be so hard, though, because there is that sensor tower by uThermal at the 3rd base, and that just covers so much area. So trying to sneak in, trying to avoid all those Vikings, like, if those Vikings catch those medevacs, like, it's going to be over for InZaNe.
He has to be careful here. Has got medevac boost to try and, you know, fly past those.
The Marine spotted it. There was a Marine from uThermal.
Alright, he's gonna go dive into the fan right now. The tank's sieging up. not in range of the tanks. Not everything is unloaded yet. Already losing a meta back. Full of the Marines right now. The tank siege up onto the spare. Scans down. The air superiority here of uThermal, who is actually supply blocked at the moment. So has to be careful. Liberators on the way now.
I think that's it. Oh, he can pick up though and try to escape. Oh, but all the Vikings. Oh, no, the Ravens too. They the first Matrix, the Medivacs.
Hey, he repositioned most of his tanks here towards the other side of that chasm, and actually saves the majority of his Medivacs here. But this is not looking good here for our Green Terran.
He's just stuck here, like he can't really do anything, and there's this drop here in the natural as well, but I feel like this is all InZaNe could do. Now his entire army was cleared up. He was like trapped in a corner. He tried to go for the doom drop. He was forced to land in the natural. He did decent amount of damage, but he lost so much there. And to be fair, behind this, he got his third up and running. You know, he has the SCV count, right? But if uThermal decides to push out, he still has all those Ravens alive.
Yeah. And I mean, we do see the difference in composition here. It is mech versus bio, so it's going to be a little bit harder for InZaNe, you know, to push through unless he starts to get those marauders in with those concussion shells as well. But he does have the mobility as well with the bioforce, so he can, like, you know, get the drops going, distract uThermal as he tries to push and pull the army. But uThermal can do this as well. The double lib zone.
Yeah, and it's so hard to deal with Liberators because just InZaNe doesn't have the Viking numbers, and these Hellions get into the third base as well, killing a number of mules and SCVs as well.
Only 4 SCVs go down, so it's not too bad here for InZaNe.
Yeah, but like in the position that he's in, like he can't afford those losses.
My God. That is a lot of tanks.
That's an insane amount of tanks. Jesus.
Haha! Okay, I thought I was gonna avoid the puns with steel gun, but apparently not.
I have to make up for Steel Mold not being here. Oh God. What have I become?
This is what happens at almost 4 a.m. in the morning. For me, I guess. But the tanks do siege up, and this is an engagement. uThermal having that tank advantage and the air superiority right now. Tanks on siege, Marines stemming forward. All the Vikings are insane to stand, and I think this might be GG here.
Yeah, and uThermal just breaks through and pushes in further into InZaNe's side of the map, and again, like, it just kind of comes down to that air superiority. You know, he still has the Vikings. He doesn't have any more. There's just so many tanks, and with the reinforcing Hellions, he should be able to push here into the third. And oh God, with Blue Flame as well.
InZaNe, he's trying to hold on, and this is early our first game of the series. It's not going into the loser's bracket yet, but this is the final stand. Red Spice pushing forward, but that's going to be it. GG is called, and uThermal's going to take game 1.
GG. Oh my God. uThermal, like, InZaNe, I should say, he did manage to, like, get some good harassment done throughout, like, the beginning and even the mid game, I must say, but in the end, like, you know, his Banshees didn't really do much. You know, like the Raven opener from uThermal kind of like had him like pretty safe against that, and then the push afterwards, like with those 3 Ravens, like, oh God, that just did so much damage, and it's so hard to compete against that without air superiority.
I have to see what that second map is. I have a feeling it's going to be Eternal Empire, isn't it? Or Evergreen.
It could be.
And we got Eternal Empire. We're going to go into a long TvT. I'm going to start getting a little bit agitated because I'm like, God damn it, it is Eternal Empire. I called it. It's not Fortnite dancing.
it's eternal, right? Like it's gonna be a lone game. Gonna be split map scenario.
That's why it's called Eternal Empire. Oh my god. I'm stunned right now.
We've done it.
Oh my
Cracked
god.
the code.
We've done it.
That's it. Let's end the stream.
End the stream. We're done, Kuro. I'm going to bed.
Oh god.
This map was designed specifically for TvT in mind. Not really. That's purity in industry right there. Alright. Well, we are here on Eternal Empire for this second map here of the series. And we're going to be starting off with this guy spawning up in the top right. The return from the Netherlands representing Team Liquid. This is uThermal.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Eternal Empire LE, we have the German Terran representing Reason Gaming. It is InZaNe.
Oh, and look what uThermal's doing. He's doing a cheeky proxy T-Rex.
He heard you. He heard you. He's like, a long TvT. No.
No.
I got you. I got you.
I will say, we did see this in the deck up earlier today. It was
Azure versus Seether?
Yes, Seether did it. I think.
Mate, it was like 3 hours ago. It was 4 hours. It was like 7 hours.
5 hours ago. It's 5 hours ago. Let's be honest. Yeah. And it is going to be the Proxy 2 Racks Reaper. So not Marine's going to be coming out. With those position racks, you would assume it would be the Reapers. But no SCP scout here from InZaNe, so he doesn't know this is happening.
Yeah, he has no idea that this is happening. He hasn't gone for an SCV scout. He doesn't know that there's anything amiss at all. So this is the like best case scenario for uThermal right now. Like unscouted, you know, he has like the world is his oyster right now. How is he going to execute this? And how is InZaNe going to respond? Like, is he just going to tap out? Like as soon as this happens, like we'll see. The factory hopefully doesn't
Factory's
get
gonna
denied.
Finish. Factory's gonna finish. The second Reaper will be out now, so... But the... And look at this immediate response. Pulling the SCVs, trying to get this around here. That Reaper...
I love that.
Going down, second Reaper on the way here for InZaNe.
He can't make anything from his factory. He was trying.
Oh, okay. Well, now he can.
Now he can. I don't know if that's a good thing, but he can make something now.
He can make something.
And that supply depot that he's building as well is in a little bit of a vulnerable position. If the Reapers come up, they could just delay that even further. But the Hellion does come out.
That's getting focused down. Can he get the second? Oh, survives with the slimmest of margins of health. And I think this rush might be over now.
Yeah, now that he has
so,
with like factory production, like InZaNe's looking pretty solid.
Now, what the follow-up from uThermal is? He's still making Reapers. He hasn't played
surprisingly. This could catch InZaNe off guard, right? Like he could have held it, and he's like, oh, this is the end, you know? Like uThermal's gonna transition, he's gonna expand, I'm gonna be fine. InZaNe, he's throwing down his natural, like his own CC, but the Reaper production hasn't stopped, and this could completely catch him off guard.
Okay, now it's stopped. One more Reaper on the way here. But there's so many Reapers here that they need to be careful. Alright, Hellions and Reapers of InZaNe chasing after uThermal's own Reapers. That looks like it's the end of that rush there. Barrack's gonna go for the scout.
Yeah,
We'll see. Cycling.
Yeah, he sees everything. He sees the Cyclone come out. He sees the Tech Lab on the starport. So we could see another Banshee opener from InZaNe. We could also see Raven as well. Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
A
it's
Raven.
Yeah.
Is coming.
And mad filled accelerators. Gonna be coming in for the
Okay.
Cyclones.
uThermal, he likes his mech, man.
Hmm. Hey, that is a scary pushing force. Two Cyclones with mag-filled accelerated, upgraded Cyclones with a bunch of Reapers. That's pretty scary pushing force there. Already.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried for InZaNe because even though he's getting the Raven, which is a great like defensive unit, or like it's a great unit in general, really in TvT. But with these Cyclones and with this upgrade as well, like they could snipe the Raven, like they could just focus it down from afar. So InZaNe, he does have to be careful with that, and he does have to make sure he babysits his units. Oh, a third base coming down from uThermal. Wow.
Yeah. So uThermal
Also,
tried to... Yeah.
If I like cut out every now and then, I'm aware.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I want to like reset my internet, but like not mid-series. I have to wait until the series ends. But yeah.
I mean, we're starting to get into a passive TvT at the moment. Both players just trying to tech up, get their third bases up and running. Mag-filled accelerators gonna be finished now. 4 Cyclones with it and 4 Reapers. 5 Reapers, I think. And a Banshee, sorry.
A stupid amount of Reapers is the correct answer to that.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. But Zane still has no idea this is happening. I think he's gonna scan up onto the high ground, see that there's a tank there. And does he actually see the Marines?
Yeah, I mean, with these tanks set up, InZaNe should be okay. They should be able to cover themselves. I don't see the Cyclones really coming in and sniping them. Oh, but a couple of workers do get... Yeah, the Banshee is getting some work done.
The auto turret trying to fire of the Raven, but here comes the push. The Cyclones do actually manage to pick off one of the tanks. I think it was the unsieged one.
Yeah. It could have been 2 actually. I'm not too sure. We didn't really get to see, but oh
boy.
Yeah, and
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, uThermal is transitioning into mech now. But I think the same wants to go for that, you know, that clump of Marines, 2 tanks, and the 3 Raven push, maybe. Has got a decent amount of Ravens. His tanks count did get cut down a bit thanks to those Cyclones, so maybe has to wait for the next one to come out.
I actually really like this from InZaNe. He's kind of doing like what uThermal did to him, you know. So he's like, you know, you want to do that to me, I'll do this to you, right? And he's got you know his Raven count going. He's got like a good amount of tanks. It's a little bit like neutered though. Like he did lose those 2 tanks earlier, so his push won't be anywhere near as strong as it could have been. In saying that though, it looks like he's just going to harass with these Ravens, which I don't know if that's the best use of them.
Well, it seems to be the meta now for whole good TvTs out there. They're getting a couple of drones there, so getting 4 drones actually, thanks to the friendly fire of the tanks and that naturals. So
we have the Cyclones. They're sharking around. They're trying to find their next target, and they find their way kind of. It's Debbie. Debbie's on the map. uThermal, what have you done?
He's unleashed the shark.
But like that's what it feels like, right? Like if those Cyclones manage to catch like the Ravens in the middle of the map, or like medevacs, or like any kind of stray unit, like they'll be able to snipe them immediately. Banshee not really getting much done. Oh no, he's gonna lose it.
He didn't really have any more use for it. It's just more for poking and prodding at this moment. But this push actually coming from uThermal right now. Looking to be very good. Oh, another set of auto turret harass.
Oh god, the Ravens, they're...
Seven.
Yeah, this is the problem, right? The Ravens, they're across the map, they're not at home to defend. So now, uThermal, he's pushing in, there are no Ravens. Vikings have complete control of the air. He drops the Vikings as well. Oh god.
But the tanks on siege from uThermal. But that means they can push straight through. The Vikings landed. SCV's getting pulled. Now here comes the Ravens. The auto turrets are going to be coming down to try and help. More tanks from InZaNe trying to help it. Actually, I think this push here from uThermal will get denied.
Wow.
Only 11 SCVs of InZaNe going down. But getting his fort for ready, he's going to be in that economic lead.
Yeah, the Ravens kind of acting like Gandalf coming on the like the dawn of the new day to save the
Eagles.
He does come home, he does hold, surprisingly, and he has that lead now because he dealt all that economic damage on the other side of the map with those Ravens, and he managed to hold it home. Now InZaNe is looking not amazing, but you know, he's looking pretty good.
He's stabilized, would probably be the best way, and he has transitioned also into mech here, so both players, we're gonna have mech v mech. Get ready for some siege tank lines here.
Hey, get ready for some split map.
Get ready for some split. Oh my god, the high ground.
Oh.
Those high ground Hellions automatically killing 5-6 SCVs here and setting a tree ablaze.
Oh wow, I didn't know that could happen.
And speaking of setting trees ablaze, you can use exclamation point Humble Bundle and help save all the Australian wildlife and us as well. Help us save the Australian wildlife affected by the Australian bushfires by using our partner link. See, that's a segue right there.
And here we finally have that push we were talking about. We do have the Ravens here for InZaNe, along with the tanks, with the Hellbats as well. Ooh, but the Vikings, they're getting a couple of shots off.
Yeah, but there's so many auto turrets here that this is not actually quite a viable, way of trying to get the Vikings in. And it's not really that much anti-air here. That's actually now the tanks firing from above. And now InZaNe is in such a good lead.
Jesus, that's a lot of SCVs. What is even happening here?
Oh, libs.
Yeah. Like, uThermal's lib harass has completely like thrown InZaNe's like home base in disarray. There are SCVs all over the place. What? But the army for uThermal doesn't look too imposing. InZaNe, denying the third base of uThermal. Well, yo, it's 5 a.m. Okay, give me a break.
Yeah, but if you've been casting for 8 hours, like,
Mate, I've been editing VODs, right? That's what I've been doing. But InZaNe has to be careful. Like, it feels like he's almost trapped.
Yeah, kinda. But he is getting a lot of damage done to the army of uThermal and has got that higher army supply, and he is pushing uThermal all around this map with his more sort of like uThermal was going for like that battle mech sort of style, but InZaNe is playing it where he's setting up siege positions.
Oh, he can drop! He's dropping! Oh god! All the tanks are gonna go down!
All the tanks are gonna go down, but he does like stop the Viking jump from going ups.
Yeah, even InZaNe recognizes like his tanks. Oh, the Ravens as well. Everything.
Oh no.
Oh god, that was such a huge loss for InZaNe. Like, you can see how far ahead InZaNe was now that the army supplies are so much closer after losing all of that. Again, uThermal abusing the tanks and their inability to shoot like at close range.
He had that. I mean, uThermal had that air superiority for so long. He had so many Vikings that he could afford to lose it. But now that's not the case here. Tanks are gonna get sieged up, but this battle mech army is gonna lock on and run away.
Yeah, both players have to be so careful. Like, InZaNe has to make sure he doesn't get caught unsieged. uThermal, he's looking for those opportunities to pounce on these tanks. And finally, these tanks for uThermal are meeting up with the main army here at the third or fourth base, sort of. And they're both trying to find ways in.
Yeah. Hey, it's going to be a hard base to crack. It is a planetary fortress, has got siege tanks covering it. As this battle mech army is just going to go the long way around and try and, you know, hit that natural. Only 2 tanks left. You know, guarding that
Yeah, and uThermal, like, he's rotating around here outside the natural. He could potentially even go into the natural. Looks like we did have a Liberator here, and uThermal's army does get scanned. InZaNe sees him.
Oh. Okay, nice siege up off the tanks there. A lot of these Cyclones have got a bit of damage onto them, so he can't really afford to, you know, waste these Cyclones, because that is the main brunt of his army, the main force, so that he can, you know, deal damage around the map. Oh no, these
Liberators! Yeah, oh god.
Well, InZaNe having his units around elsewhere.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried that InZaNe, he's a little bit, he's getting a little bit flustered. Like, there's too much happening out on the map that, like, he's leaving a couple of units here and there a little bit exposed. I don't know how much experience he has in this kind of TvT situation where there's so much happening everywhere. Oh god.
And this composition of, like, uThermal is really countering what InZaNe's trying to do here with his siege tanks, because he can just walk away, like, spread, like, even split his Cyclones and do a lot of damage. It's like, these Vikings are just no good at the moment. Like, sure, you have the air superiority, but these Cyclones can deal a lot of damage.
Yeah, the Vikings are better, like, in more straight-on, like, tank versus tank engagements, but right now, uThermal, he's kind of pulling InZaNe apart almost. You know, he's got these squads of Cyclones to the north side, to the south side, hitting InZaNe and picking him apart a little bit. He has to be so, like, careful. He has to try and, like, stabilize somehow, and he's trying to do some run-bys, but... Oh, with Blue Flame, though.
I've got Blue Flame. Alright, this might be the first step here. I mean, look at InZaNe's work account. He is going full TY. Almost at 90 workers here.
TY? Is that you?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hey, wait, let me check. As the Farmer Supplies SCT manager, let me check. Hold up.
Now we're getting to the point where, you know, we've got 3-3 on the way for both of these players, just maxed out mech armies. But again, uThermal, he's got the more mobile army. He's getting more damage done. But in saying that, we're getting to the point where when InZaNe gets maxed out, he can push out, and he has, like, the stronger, like, tank count, the more beefier army. So we'll see how uThermal can deal with that.
I mean, both are getting their 3. Wait. Yeah. And plus, InZaNe is getting his 3-3 for his ground mech at the moment.
Yeah.
Thing is, I was hoping for, like, maybe some battle cruisers, but the amount of Cyclones, oh my god, they went around each other. The amount of Cyclones here would negate any BCs becoming effective.
They did, and InZaNe, he's trying to find his way in, but they're already tanks sieged up in position, pushing him away. InZaNe just trying to find, getting a little bit awkward here in the middle. He's trying to find a way in, but so far, it just doesn't find much.
It's not working. I can tell you
Yeah,
that.
and he has to be careful. Like, he's gonna get surrounded even, like, if he's not too careful here.
Well, he has got the siege tanks in a pretty good position, so he just has to be careful here. Viking's going to be coming in, trying to divide that vision. uThermal positioning his tanks.
There's no answer here. There's just the Cyclones.
Oh, and the Lib Range as well.
Yeah, like, Cyclones, they have pretty good anti-air, but against Liberators with range, like, they just can't.
Oh, you know, these 3 tanks here. No, now 2. As Liberators slowly siege up into position. uThermal gonna take back this part of his own map, but InZaNe sieging up onto that 4th base there. Is a planetary, so he's not going to have too much damage, but the Libs are here. Gonna siege up and take care of these tanks.
And honestly, like that's he's gonna lose all his cyclones as well. Jesus Christ! At the same time, uThermal is pushing into the natural of InZaNe. And with these liberators from uThermal, he could push in, but liberators are getting focused down. One survives.
Look at the supply.
Exactly, and I feel like a lot of it is coming down to liberators from uThermal. Like they're allowing him like so much wiggle room to like push in and force InZaNe back every single time. And without air superiority, InZaNe can't really do anything. There are just so many Vikings. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's gonna be a GG. uThermal taking the series 2-0, and we'll be going to that losers match. I think between InZaNe and Hearthstone, I think it is. If I refresh the Wikipedia page. Yeah, it's gonna be.
I'm gonna quickly restart my internet. So
Yeah.
hold the fort.
They're gonna be doing vetoes.
Yep. BRB.